Good evening, hello, welcome to the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. Welcome to another day of triathlon training. Firstly, thank you very much for your kind words last night from our video yesterday where I did a Zwift duathlon. Really blew me away, to be honest. It feels a bit more like I've done an actual race, so thanks very much and give it a go if you haven't already. So, we're back in the Wattage Cottage. What are you doing, Liz? Session, what is it?
It's mainly a recovery session, but there is 10-second max efforts involved.
Yeah, what are you recovering from?
The 10-second max.
No, I mean the ride today. What is it recovery from? Because you're on a bit of a roll, aren't you?
This is day 9 of training for me.
Yeah, so Liz has trained 9 days on the trot, and that's good for anybody.
That's a record for me.
Yeah, that's excellent though, isn't it? Yeah. Some sessions have been easy, some have been just short runs and stuff. But that's real consistency. Excellent, good work.
Consistency is key.
It is key, alright, you should be a coach. So, mainly easy with 10-second sprints. Are you a sprinter?
Absolutely not. It's awful, I hate it.
Are you doing them seated or standing? What's the plan?
I did the first 6 seated, or 5, whatever it was. 6 I think, and then the last one's, sorry.
You mean the way around, don't you?
Yeah, the first 6 or 7 standing, and the last one seated, and that was a lot better.
Okay, well perhaps stay seated.
So I'll do the rest seated.
Well, luckily for you, we're just about to come up to a sprint, so how's about we check this out? Go on, girl, go on, go on, push, 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 go on, away, push, 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 push. You really lean forward, don't you, when you're sprinting? The thing is though, I think that's what you're supposed to do.
I just didn't get me to that finish.
Yeah, well that's what you do in an actual race, so I don't want to discourage that, but you might put out more power staying like upright as you are.
I'll try that next time.
Great work. Anyway, I'm in here, so I'm going to do some pathetic little small strength and conditioning. I don't know if I call it strength conditioning. I'm going to do a few little body weight mainly exercises, a few little bicep curls to keep the guns in order, and then let's go and have a look at my new bike. So I'll see you there. Okay, so pathetic strength and conditioning session out of the way. Let's get on to talking about some bikes. Now I've hesitated to put this video out if I'm honest. Firstly because I need to make some decisions about the future of this bike. It's getting deep. And secondly because I don't want this to become a channel where I was like, oh I bought this, I bought that, I bought this. Firstly because I will not be able to afford to eat after very long. And secondly, that's not the sort of like flavour I want to go for. I quite like buying things secondhand, getting good deals on things, buying products that aren't that premium brands but still do as good a job, that sort of thing. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the bike that I have been riding because this sort of ties into the bike that I have then bought. And when I say the bike that I have been riding, I mean the bike that I haven't been riding. This is a Ribble Aero 883. If you haven't seen it already, this is my aero road bike, my crit racing bike, my road racing bike, etc., chain gang bike, that sort of thing. In honesty, I've ridden it probably 10 times. I bought this about a year or so ago. I bought it as a frame only. And the reason I bought it is because you might have noticed, it's blue. You know I love blue frames. And it's in a pro only colour, so you can't buy this colour from Ribble. The only way you can get this if you are a rider for Ribble Pro Cycling or if you buy one from a Ribble rider, which is the latter is what I did. Buying a team issue frame means that it's not going to be in good condition. It might have been a training bike, it might have been a racing bike. Either way, it's probably been thrown on the top of a car, you know, chipped, done a lot of miles, that sort of thing. But I don't mind buying that sort of bike, especially for doing like crit races in the UK. They're quite crashy. The area around here is, you know, a lot of like loose chippings. We'll often go like off-road when we plan a route, etc. So I don't really want to have a pristine frame because I think that's quite stressful. Like I'd be leaning up at the cafe, I'd be like, oh, don't touch my bike, that sort of thing. So that's why I go for it. Coupled with the fact that I ride a 58cm frame and therefore I can get quite good deals because not many people ride that size. So teams and people that are selling bikes, I tend to do okay from. So I bought this as a frame. I built it up with a SRAM Red E-Tap and some Zip 404 wheels and obviously saddle and handlebars and everything else you need to ride a bike. And this is what I've been using for those faster rides. Absolutely love it. It rides really well. It does need a headset bearing in it. It's quite stiff, but other than that, I've not really moved it. It's been absolutely great. I love the look of it and I love how it rides. However, something came up on Facebook a little while ago, which I then bought. So shall I just go and grab it? Yeah, let's go and grab it. Now, if I knew how to do like a big explosion thing in the post-production, I'd do it, but I don't. So, as the massive white lettering might give away, this is a Canyon. More specifically, this is a Canyon Aero CF SLX. I'd look at the lettering to check it was the right one then. Firstly, if you guessed this bike, let me know down below. I'm pretty sure the only people that guessed were the ones that I'd already told, and I deleted your comments, so nobody won a headband, unfortunately. However, here we are. This is what I bought. Now, why have I bought this? Firstly, because it's blue, I feel like I say this a lot, but secondly, because again, this is an X-Team frame. I bought this from Canyon DHB, so it was a 2019 race bike, I believe, because the more recent bikes have gone fully black on the rear end, whereas this is only black there. I prefer this colour scheme a little bit. So this is actually Andy Tennant's old bike, so I believe this bike's ridden the Tour of Britain. I will not be adding any better accolades to that bike. Again, X-Team, so it's got chips on it, it's got scratches on it. It's not in bad condition by any means, but it's certainly not in good condition. But again, that just means I'm not going to panic about going through a bit of gravel or anything like that. And God forbid, if I do stack it, I haven't thrown away a massive amount of money. So if I give you some sort of indication as how much these things cost, I think I paid £450 for the Ribble frame, and I paid £650 for the Canyon frame. Now these Canyon frames brand new are £2.5 grand, so I don't think that is a bad deal really. Yes, it's used, yes, it's raised. However, I've saved nearly £2 grand off of retail price, so I think I will take that. I've been giving it some thought. What I would have loved to have done is to have built this bike up as well, similar spec to that, and then just, had a selection of aero bikes to choose from. In reality, that's not practical for my own money. I don't want to dump like £2 grand on components on another bike to just sit there. And I don't do that much riding like that, particularly now I live in the hills. I do like one chain gang a week at the best of times. I don't need 2 aero road bikes. So unfortunately, for the first time in a long time, I'm going to be selling a bike, and it will be the Ribble frame. Now let me know down below if you disagree with that, if you would keep the Ribble frame over this Canyon frame. I'm really excited to try this because this is the CF SLX. I ride a Canyon Endurace road bike, and that is only the CFSL, not the SLX, and this is supposed to be a stiffer bottom bracket, lighter, better, harder, faster, stronger, whatever. Yeah, so really looking forward to testing this. The plan is to move all the components over from the Ribble, so everything will move over apart from the rear brake caliper, so I can just get another one of those to fit this correctly, because the rear brake caliper here is at the top, I can't move, whereas on the Ribble it's at the bottom bracket. Other than that, everything should swap over nicely. I'm going to try and keep an eye out for the Canyon integrated bar and stem, because I think they do look particularly bling. And I would like to make it all Canyon, but I'm not going to pay £250 for a handlebar setup, so I might have to make do with some normal ones for the time being. But yeah, let me know what you think. Do you rate it? Do you slate it? Would you have kept this, use this over the Ribble or not? So there we go. That in a nutshell is my new, I say new bike, it's only a frame, isn't it? So here's my new component. If you've enjoyed this in any way, please do give the video a like. Obviously, I'll be dragging out several more videos from this. I'll be doing a my new bike build, my new bike first ride, all of those in the days to come and months to come. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you very much for watching. Give the video a like if you haven't already. I might have already said that. I'll see you tomorrow at 4 PM. Thanks very much.